What's
up,
up,
baby?
bro? Are you in a good mood today, man?
I am looking at Coinbase right now. Maybe we'll do a live podcast sale. So, okay, I don't want to give specific numbers because, whatever. But right now, due to some moving of the poker funds, I have a good chunk of change just kind of passing through Bitcoin.
It's not I love this.
I'm not trying to make a
Dude,
move.
The fact that you say that, man. I mean, we've talked about, listening back to episodes in 10 years and listening to your casual just cashing out of Bitcoin probably every other week. And it just freaking makes me sick, man, almost.
Well,
I know that there's dips, but go ahead, explain yourself.
It's not that I don't want to be in Bitcoin in general. It's that I'm not super liquid, right? So if this were a ton of excess funds that I was passing through Bitcoin, like a ton of winnings, it's more like, in terms of the poker graph, it's dip, 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 big win. That's just kind of how poker works, right? So when I have the big win, I'm cashing out, I'm passing through Bitcoin, but the money isn't the money has places to be. You know what I mean? I can't just let it chill in there. I got credit cards to pay and whatnot.
So the poker tournament on the phone pays you how though? How does it send you the Bitcoin?
I just go to withdraw. I get my Bitcoin address in there, and I withdraw whatever amount I have in my account. I can withdraw up to that. So if I deposit, this is what I realized. I did a deep audit yesterday of my poker winnings because I was like, I feel like I'm winning a good amount of money. I look at my tracker, I've got a good ROI on everything, but I'm not making a lot of money. And I looked at it, and I'm making 15%, which sounds great, right? 15% of all the money I've invested in poker, that's great. But then I pay a 7% rake to the poker site effectively when I go in. So say it ranges from 5 to 10, but averages out to 7%. So say I have a $100 tournament, I actually pay $109 to enter the tournament, right? So that's 9% there. But to deposit $109, I need to pay another 5 to 10% credit card fee. So I'm really paying $120 to buy a $100 ticket, which is really $109. So then I win $150, let's say. It sounds like 50% ROI, but it's really 25%. So I realized that there's a good amount I'm losing fees. Because then, say I take the $150 and I put it into Bitcoin, and I sell it for cash, and then I deposit it, right? They get a fee. So that's where I'm realizing so much of the money is going to these little fees. Anyway, all that to say, I made a nice withdrawal today, and it's in Bitcoin currently. And I was like, I don't need to sell it right away.
Yeah.
Haven't made money on it right now. It's lower than it was, barely.
Well, but you put it in last night, did you not?
I put it in today. It's midday. I'm not even trying. Actually, okay. So I am up $1.
You're up $1.
I'm up $1.
Okay. So I think with the most recent dip in the crypto market, I mean, who knows? It could dip more. It could not dip more. It could also shoot to the moon very soon, but I don't know. I'd say the only reason why I wouldn't be getting on your case is because I know you're paying to pay actual bills. And is this the second pair of Fabletics shorts that you got?
This
two
is the
for $24.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
Check them out.
But I understand where you're coming from. But I think the remainder, you should just wait until it's at a high point and then sell.
Yeah.
So you don't waste money on those fees.
Agreed. And I'm taking a step back right now to reevaluate my approach and see how to be more efficient with this, because I've lost a ton of money to fees, and I could avoid some of them. Right. I could avoid some of them by being more strategic with the way I deposit and withdraw, and not having so many transactions and losing all that money there.
Yeah.
Because it's encouraging to see that the ROI is consistently there over a long period of time. Over at this point. Because I get a lifetime report over thousands of tournaments.
Wait, who gives you the report though?
There's a site you can use different. And it tracks everything: how many tournaments you've entered, what's your average cost, what's your average return, et cetera, best 100-game streak, worst 100-game streak, et cetera. It's fascinating. It's terrifying.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Game streak.
Yeah. Oh, dude, thousands of games played. But Anyway, so we're passing through Bitcoin, and I was like, you know what? Normally, I just immediately sell.
Yeah,
withdraw.
Let's wait a little bit.
Let's
wait. Sunday nights typically are a big night for crypto, so I'd say maybe hold around till then, but we'll see.
I'm more of on a 24-hour time.
Right. I understand that too. And if you have bills to pay, man, you gotta do you. You gotta pay off those bills first.
Exactly. Can't stay too leveraged, mess up that credit score before trying to snatch myself an apartment.
That's funny that you mentioned that. So let's quickly touch on your apartment. apartment search, and then I want to tell you about this fascinating Amazon documentary I watched before you just came over about a billionaire who was building the biggest house in Florida in the country, a 90,000 square foot palace, basically, that like resembled Versailles. And then in the middle of this documentary, it was like a 2-year documentary, this guy was just so highly leveraged that this documentary came out in like 2011, but like they were shooting it during like the 2008 crisis. He was just so highly leveraged that the bank just seized all of his assets because he personally guaranteed everything. So this guy was at a point where his kids had to start going to public school, where they had to worry about shutting off the lights to like save on the light bill. So the banks were like on his ass. But anyway, go ahead. Talk about your apartment.
Two things.
Yeah.
Well, a few things actually.
Yeah.
Why assign a number? Let's go on the fly. It's funny that you said they had to go to public school and also worry about electricity. Like the two things were like these.
Well, I would say those are two. Don't you think that those are two dramatic things you have to do, from going to a guy who has a $750 million net worth to a month later, your kids have to go to public school and you have to worry about the lights in your house?
Yes. Drastic change.
Yes.
But worrying about the lights in the house and paying private versus public tuition to me are not even remote. Like on the scale of having to be
I think it will
financially conscious.
Sure, but I think in general, if kids have to switch from private to public school because of financial burdens, it would mean something significant in that person's life is happening. I would think.
Maybe.
You know?
Save
$25K, but yes, you're right.
We're all borderline.
You're right. Turning off the lights and $25,000 a year, potentially.
Turning off the lights, we're talking like you might save $3 a month.
Yeah, there were just a lot of things that I guess changed in the kids' lives that I was thinking could have been traumatic for them.
Can I be honest? Aside from the kids, I'm pretty happy with the way this story is turning out, actually. Because you started wants to build the biggest house ever.
Yes,
Yikes.
bro. And he said the craziest shit. The director or like the producer asked him, like, why are you building this house? And this is right before the crash, like 2 months before the crash. He's like, well, because I can. Yeah. And oh my God, did this guy's tail get bitten? Speaking of tails, like a couple episodes ago, this guy just got it right in the tuchus, bro.
Eat your words, baby.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, foot in your mouth.
Literally. More than a foot in his mouth, pal. Grrr! Anyway, tell me about your house hunt, dude.
So I'm trying to build the biggest apartment in New York City. Yeah. It's going to be 600 square feet.
Just gold in every square foot of the freaking apartment.
$750 million. And I might even... Dude, I might get a dining room.
$1 million a square foot.
It's like, I don't know. It's going to be insane. There's going to be like a shower that you can lay in. It's going to be wild.
Are you looking for a tub or a stand-in? Do you care?
I like a tub, but I haven't had a New York apartment with a tub I'm comfortable laying in. I mean, the apartment hunt this is what I like. This is the first time striking out on my own, and I like that I have ultimate decision-making authority. What do you mean striking out? Oh, you mean venturing out? It used to be with roommates, and I have to be like, what do you think about this place? Because there have been times I've made decisions based on my roommates' needs, of course. So now I'm like, I do whatever I want. Now, how's it going? It's early. I haven't fallen in love yet.
You would potentially move in July 1.
Yeah, exactly. So, got a little bit of a head start on it. I'm trying to see a ton of places. Here's the thing. Every realtor in New York, maybe I'll limit this to every male realtor in New York, probably most of the women as well. Just the worst people ever. Just absolute douchebags, filthy liars, like almost to a corny extent. I know that you're involved in the real estate game, so you should know this.
Well, I mean, not so much anymore because I retired from my father's real estate company. But yes, in general, there are a number of douchey rental brokers, bro. Yes, I know, 100%. Yeah. So there's one guy that I actually do deal with, and I'll talk about him positively on this podcast episode. 42, I believe he came on. Have you heard of Bond Real Estate in New York?
Oh, yeah.
You have?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so...
I see their name everywhere.
Yeah. So this guy is actually the principal of the company, and if you'd like, I'd set him up with him. Yeah, Bruno. He's a very nice dude.
Is he going to deal with low net worth peeps like me?
Well, no, he'll send you out. He'll source you. So this guy started this company like 25 years ago, just started with like a number of building owners, and then just, I guess, moved on to other buildings, and now they have like... Bro, I don't know. They have like 3,500 apartments for rent. They sell shit. But the guy's doing great. Anyway, they have a lot of brokers that are just trying to make that money really quick and then kind of move on with their life. That's kind of like, I don't want to say for all the brokers in New York, but I'd say like a good amount of them are just trying to get like X amount of cash and then coast for whatever it is, 8 to 12 months, and be like, oh, they want to do their acting career over here. They're trying to make films or whatever it is. They're just trying to get in there, make their year and a half living expense, and then get the fuck out of there. It's like very short term. Because also getting your real estate license it's not easy, but like it's not like the hardest thing in the world. So you can study for 3 weeks, you take the test, you get in everything, you get in all your papers and whatever, and then boom, within a month you're a rental agent in New York, or a buyer selling agent. It's relatively the same test, but I'd say it's easier to get your rental license. But if you really do stick in it, and you are a competent broker as you chew on ice, you can make a lot of money. You make whatever $2,000 an apartment.
I mean, I totally get the idea of like hustle. I'm gonna come out here like it is. Probably the industry to do what you just described. That maybe recruiting I'd include in that as well, for something where you just want to get in. You want to. It's harder than people think, but just like close a bunch of deals as quickly as possible and get yourself paid, and then like you said,
because realistically, dude, like if I'm your broker and like as soon as you rent the apartment and you sign the lease and you're paying $2,500, I'm likely getting a $2,500 check. Well, maybe I get 3/4 of a month, then half of it goes to the brokerage. Whatever, Uncle Sam sticks his mitts in there. So whatever, I'm making like $1,100 off of a $2,500 apartment rental, which is a good amount of money.
Yeah, if you can sling a bunch of those, that's great. I just want everyone to change their personality.
Sure.
Also, I wouldn't mind. Maybe I give off a vibe to people that they're like, oh, how to sell to this guy? Guy must be a fucking douchebag. I'm going to be a douchebag too.
You look stubborn, maybe. You seem stubborn, which is a good quality to have when you're looking for an apartment.
Yeah.
Because they have to sell you and shit.
Right.
They're like, there's only 37 steps to the third floor. You're like, all right. Now I can fuck with this walk-up.
This is what I'm seeing a lot of. Hey, you inquired about so-and-so on 10th Street? Yeah.
What are you on? Are you on Street Easy, like looking at these apartments?
Mostly.
Can you send me them? I'd love to see them too.
For sure.
I can compare.
It's a pretty wide
range. But still,
range.
I like looking at them in general. But you've met a few brokers, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll hop on. Oh, yeah, sure. Come by 11:15. Okay, show up. So this place isn't for rent anymore, but let me show you this place. It's actually $700 more than that right next door.
And it's not in the same building.
Maybe it's in the same building, maybe it's next door, maybe it's nearby, or maybe it's in the same building and it's just $600 more.
Classic broker trick, bro.
And it's like, look, no one has a range of $600 or at least
like 2,000 to like 2,600.
Right. Like I'm searching 16 to 2,000, right? So like I'm not going to go from, this is 1,900, I might do it. Oh, here's one for 2,500. That's not happening. Like that's very unrealistic. If you think I'm searching 16 to 20, then show me 21. If you're trying to upsell me, show me 21, and maybe if I'm in the love, I'll make the bad decision and I'll get it. But I show up to the place, I waste my time, middle of the workday, show up, and they want to show me a new one.
So I think the reason they do that is because there is a lot of competition per each listing, I would think, especially if there's not like a building owner and broker exclusive. Like the building owner would be like, all right, here's this apartment 5F, and it's vacant, but I'm also giving it to 4 of the brokers. So whatever, go out, find your tenant. Yeah. So they'll have their picture of 5F online, and then they'll hear like, oh, 5F actually just got rented. Yeah. That personal broker who just heard that the apartment's rented, but they have a similar listing maybe close by, they'll keep 5F online just so they could get those leads, and then they'll bring Peter Moran a couple blocks down. So
I know why they're doing it, but that's bullshit.
Yeah. No, absolutely. You're
Bait
right.
and switch.
You're right, yeah.
Bait and switch, and I'm not here for it. Almost on principle. Here's what's going to happen. If somebody does that to me, I'm going to try to find a different rail. And I actually like the place they bait and switch me with. I'm going to say no and try to find a different realtor to get it through. Stick it to the man.
Yeah.
I used to not be a big spite guy. I used to be I can emotionally remove myself from a situation and just get what I want out of it.
Yeah.
That time has passed. It's time for me to take actions out of spite. I don't no longer want to control my life. I want to be doing things because other people bother me.
Why didn't we eat lunch today? Were you freaking busy as a dog or what?
Yeah, I had a 7:00 meeting. 7:00
a.m.
7 in the A.
They don't even start paying your fucking check by then, do they?
I mean,
who knows?
7 o'clock.
They better start.
I show up. I hop on the call, whatever.
Yeah.
Then I got another meeting. Then I got to rush out to another place, come back from meeting, rush out. Yeah, it's been a crazy day. Wild day. I did get lunch ordered. Had a little Chipotle.
Okay, Chipotle.
Yeah.
Are you able to use your rewards when you order the Chipotle?
What do you mean?
You know how when you go to Chipotle, do you order it on the app? And
I order
your
on like Uber
thing?
Eats.
Oh, okay. So otherwise, you may have been able to. Well, I don't know. With the delivery, I don't think you can get your points.
I don't know. I'm not being good about that, I guess.
Well, yeah, you being a big Chipotle guy, I figured.
Which is why I got to get this Bitcoin money. We're down $14. Down $14. Can't say yet.
Wait until. Well, I mean, you're not gonna listen to me anyway, but I'd say wait until Sunday. Sundays are usually a good day for the crypto market.
What day is Sunday?
Today is wink. Today's Monday. But
right. What day is yesterday?
Today's a few days before Monday. Yeah, what day is yesterday?
It's Sunday. I might be able to wait till then. It's still in the month.
Yeah.
I just want to sell, withdraw, have it in my account month end because people are looking for bank statements for these applications. So I'm trying to put as much money in my accounts as possible.
Well, you're not so early. Wow, it is the end of May.
Yeah.
Okay, so you potentially make a decision within the next 2 weeks.
Exactly.
All right, man. Well, any sort of prospects or no? Like you're definitely still looking.
There's a place I liked, but I don't think I could ever be in that location. A place that if we were in the East Village, or Chelsea, I would snatch up in a heartbeat. 1750, decent square footage, nice living room layout, everything. Walk up's fine. It's just that it's on 38th Street, and I don't think I want to go that high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Understood. I think that area gets a bad rap, though, in my opinion. Like if you want a good building and good things in the building, that's a good area to be in. But like if you want to go out and do stuff and live with the fact that you're in Murray Hill Midtown, then yeah, maybe it's not good. But otherwise, besides that, it's all right.
It's more just access to everything, and because no matter what, like I can get a better apartment that I'm more comfortable being in. But at the end of the day, like New York is not for staying in. New York is for
staying
being
in your apartment.
Out.
You mean?
Yeah, exactly. So the cost that you're paying for is not the square footage; it's the proximity to everything that the city has to offer. Which is why this last pandemic year was such a waste of money, and now it's like now's the time to be near the action.
Well, looking back on it, what would you have done differently in terms of wasting money?
There's nothing really I could have done.
Yeah.
It's just that like New York rent should have been a quarter of the price
in general.
Yeah.
Well, and it's probably come down like 20%, I guess, since then, and slowly going back up.
It's boosting now that summer. Pandemic is history. That doesn't exist anymore.
Not in New York, dude.
Nah,
crazy.
There's no such thing as
Did you see that Melbourne is going on lockdown again? I hate talking about coronavirus, but
wow.
CNN posted it. Melbourne going back under like lockdown restrictions. Ooh. Like, what the fuck wasn't this place like good?
They were good like immediately.
They were good for a very long time.
Maybe we just traded places with them.
I think that like people just weren't really taking the vaccine, not wearing masks, and then they're having all those ragers, those concerts in the pool and whatnot.
Let's just
and it's also winter there, mind you, right?
Yeah, that sounds fair to me. But it never gets that cold there, right?
Well, I think just in general, like this past winter, it was like Corona got worse just because like cold or flu season. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, let's say this because I also hate talking about it. Everyone go get vaccinated. Not for you, for me. I don't care about your health. I care about anything.
Peter wants to wear no mask in the gym.
Right, exactly.
And no mask at Starbucks, right?
I'm just gonna do my thing. No mask, baby. I just want everyone to be able to live their lives, and I don't ever want us to have to think about this ever again. So you know what? Get that shot in your arm. Enjoy. I don't care what you do with your life. Just let me live. You know?
And well, the thing is, I hope as a human society that we could prevent one of these going further,
happening again.
Yeah, okay. happening again. But I think the way that we can prevent it is knowing when to start wearing masks if needed.
You know what?
Bro, we can still eat pigs rolling around in the mud, whatever. Eat cows. I don't give a shit.
It would be cool if if you're feeling under the weather and you have to go out, you toss on a mask moving forward. Right. Everyone has them. Everyone has access to them. That's a normal. I'm cool with that.
Sure.
It's
Just
whatever.
the constant use.
If we reduce the amount of germs we share in general, especially us New Yorkers, great. Because in New York, you get 2 or 3 colds a year. It's like if you're in the suburbs, you get 1 cold a year. And when I say you, I mean me. But that's how it goes. I'm serious. New York,
that New York AC flying in your face.
Yeah, a couple subway pulls. You accidentally lick a couple microphones that you're holding that someone else got their mouth all over.
Right, the mic on the chin, big move.
Exactly.
Did you see this Knicks game last night? 1-1 versus the Atlanta Hawks. Did you catch any news about it?
I caught 20 seconds when one of the guys at the show was like, "Oh, Knicks are playing," and pulled it up.
Okay, 3 things. How was that show? Eastville Comedy Club on Atlantic Avenue in
I
Brooklyn.
hosted.
It was good? You killed?
Yeah, great. We
Nice,
had
usual.
Shout out to audience member Julia, pretty interactive. Great audience as a whole.
Nice.
We had a really fun show. Everyone come out.
Cool. I need to come. I've told you 10 times that I'm coming. Okay, so Trae Young, there were like signs that were passed out. I don't know if it was passed out by stadium members or whatever, but they were like Microsoft Word sheets. Like somebody probably printed out like, I don't know, 5,000 pieces of paper that said Trae Young is balding. That's the chant. This poor kid is 22 years old and 15,000 people were going, Trae Young's balding. How mean? That's freaking mean.
It is.
Anything for the W, I guess.
I mean, yeah, that's the one thing. Like athletes,
Really
I guess athletes and politicians. I guess like there's no limit on the scrutiny you can put them under.
Team sport athletes and Tiger Woods, I guess.
Yeah, no, all athletes. I think.
On the court. I'm talking about on the court. Like you can just get yelled at and then scream, but like golf, tennis, not really.
Yeah, if you scream at someone, well, that's the thing. In basketball, the experience is basketball, football. You're about to take a field goal, free throw. Like the crowd is part of it. They try to distract you, and that is part of the game at that professional level. And I think that's cool because you actually, as an audience member, you feel like you're participating as someone in the crowd. Like the whole Seahawks had their whole 12th man thing going on. Like there's something to that. There's something to the Bills, the Buffalo football team. You know, we have the best fans in the world, and I kid you not, I have caused a false start at a Bills game. I've gone there, and just as a group, we all screamed in my tiny little incremental, banging on the seat, screaming at the top of my lungs, made it so loud they couldn't hear the snap count, and we caused a false start. And that's amazing that you get to contribute, and that's why I say we when I talk about the Bills. You can't really say that in golf, where you're just not allowed to do that. It's rude. You get kicked out. You can't do it.
Yeah, everyone get mad at you.
That being said, when I was like 17, I was a senior in high school, and we were in the state tournament for basketball, and so was our women's team, right? When I say state tournament, I need to like clarify that this was like the bottom level. It was like, like the talent was not great, right? Whatever. So our women's team was in there as well. So we're watching the game, and I'm in the stands, and there's this commercial on Geico. It was right at the time that this Geico commercial was popular, where the pig would have his head hanging out the window, and he'd ride by and go, wee, wee.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was great. So whenever the other team would do their free throws, I would scream, wee, wee. You know, they missed some shots. They made some shots. I don't know if I impacted it or not.
Yeah.
But I like doing it. Caught a lot of flack from a lot of glares initially, then a little knock it off. Then like people on my schools, like parents of the girls on my school were like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, this is what you
must
do.
have been around a lot of small-minded people, man.
That's what I'm saying.
You're doing some freaking big things.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, we're trying to.
Might have to make that a button.
I think so. We're supporting. I'm supporting the team. It's you want the guys hang around, watch the girls play. The girls hang around, watch the guys play. Like if we're actually going to be fans of each other, we're actually going to support. I want you playing some defense while the other team is shooting those free throws. Yeah, and that's what I did. And I don't remember how they finished up, but we won the tournament, so we did what we had to do.
I wanted to get back just before I forget. Somebody also spit on Trae Young when he was taking the ball out of bounds. Like you can see spit flying in over 50 Cent's shoulder, front row, and landing on Trae Young. A lot of drama in the NBA last night too. Like Russell Westbrook got like water and popcorn poured on him too, and LeBron James spoke out for him.
Yeah,
we gotta be nicer as a society, especially since like we're just getting back into stadiums. Like people don't remember how to handle themselves. This is the medium shirt I was talking about the other night when I wore it on Saturday night, but it didn't get the girl.
It's got a good like cuff.
Yeah, it's right also like if it was any shorter, it'd be a belly shirt. But yeah, you're right.
I've got that. You know that like kind of.
I kind of remember you seeing one like this.
The white shirt with like a pretty colorful pattern that I wear on here frequently enough. That one I show a little skin frequently. It's shrunk a bit on me.
Hawaiian type. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. I mean, I've been an obnoxious fan. I saw the Cavs while LeBron was gone, unfortunately, and there was one player every time.
Saw the Cavs. Oh, Knicks Cavs.
No, this was a long time ago. This was in Cleveland when I was like 17, 18. So it was the same year as the Wheat. It was probably a couple months later.
What were you doing there?
It was just like our coach took us to.
We're going to Ohio, boys.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, we just went to taking a game. It was a great time,
Nice.
and I was just being an asshole. I'm just screaming every time I got my shirt off. And
Oh,
there's this.
fuck yeah.
I'm 17.
Peter, yes.
I'm 17.
Yeah.
And this grown man is screaming at me. You got 2 more screams in you before I beat the shit out of you or something.
You tested him.
And I was like, all right, so I got one left, right? And then just the next one, just scream at the top of my lungs, whatever it is. And the guy, like, I think there was enough time, like he had the threat in him. And it's like, are you actually going to beat up a minor? Is that really going to happen? But then like the usher, stadium security came in, made me put my shirt on. And a few people started throwing peanuts at me. But look, sometimes when you're 17 and you're there to watch a game, you're like, hey, I need to be the center of attention.
Bro, what I would do to be 17 again. And that's a friggin' movie. You remember that movie? Zac Efron, Matthew Perry.
Right.
Poor Matthew Perry. Do you see this Friends reunion show thing?
They all look horrible.
Awful. And they all say they look good, dude.
They say they look good to each other.
The Friends cast looks good. No, I mean, it's probably like NBC being like, look how good the Friends cast looks for their reunion.
Horrible.
Honestly, like Jennifer Aniston looks the best. Well,
Yeah,
Jennifer
okay.
Aniston and Courtney Cox, they look like normal 50-year-old women.
You can't
is
say Jennifer
hot.
Aniston does not look like a normal 50-year-old woman.
Why?
She's like the most gorgeous woman ever
Right,
exists.
but I mean, they all look they look older. They look like they're 50, 55, however old they are.
Yeah, but like Ross in I don't even know, David Schwimmer, Matthew Perry, they look like they're 98
LeBlanc.
years old.
Phoebe.
What is like?
Oh yeah, Matthew Perry's got that Adam's apple fucking hanger. Just looks like
man,
dead skin.
I mean these people did not take care of them.
Bro,
It makes you got to respect Jennifer Aniston even more for that, and Courtney, because they they worked a lot more. They have had more successful careers, and that's necessary, I guess. But like when you're like, wow, she just doesn't age. She stays beautiful. And then you put her next to Ross. It's like, wow.
Yeah, and they're brother and sister, right, dude? So I know a girl who matched with Matthew Perry on that dating app, Raya, and was just saying how creepy he was, just being like, "I'm super lonely right now. Would you mind sending me a selfie?" And like all he had to do was like play it maybe somewhat of like a normal person.
You'd think.
And there was just some other girl, I read an article, she got kicked off of Raya because like she was having a conversation with him and she blew up his spot. She was 19. He's like, what, 51 on that app. She must have put her settings from 18 to 65 like your boy always does.
Is that actually?
Well, I mean, in the past I've done it. Dude, okay, so like this older woman who I had spoken with a while ago.
Don't be vague.
I told you
How
about
old
this.
is she?
I told you about this. She was like a housewife on New York Housewives a while ago.
Oh, so
I saw her in her G-Wagon, bro, kissing some older French dude and like
you could tell
in
he was
the front
French.
seat. Yeah, I mean, he was wearing sunglasses and like looked like he was gonna be like wee. Literally, that was probably him.
Yeah.
And this fucking, that shirt they wear, those French guys. Whatever. Saw her, my stomach dropped. I was like, fuck. I was with my boy. Shit, dude. It's also because like any girl I ever see that I've previously been with, if I see them with another man, I would probably get jealous.
I'm sorry.
I don't know,
you feel
bro. It's been a long few weeks for your boy, bro. Like we come on here, we talk about some of my failed dates, some of my failed encounters, and it's been a dry one.
Yeah.
You know? Don't need to talk about it so much, but if you'd like to, sure, pour it on me, bro.
Well, are you feeling it more now that it's like, oh, we actually have a life and you can be out there and you can be meeting people? Whereas,
but like, am I really making an effort to go out and like see all these girls? No, I'm not on any dating apps right now.
Yeah.
And any girl that I would see, I would have to probably go out of my way to see them, right? It's not like, it's not like I'm seeing girls at like the gym at the time that I go or at the local coffee shop, which is a good place, I'd say theoretically, to find women.
Yeah.
It's a coffee shop.
Yeah.
What do you got over there?
No, when you say find women.
Yeah.
Women
women near me.
Hey, we got one.
Yeah.
We got
Take your ticket.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't really. It hasn't been a focus of mine in the last couple months.
Yeah,
like dating.
Same.
It's but I do for the prior year. I would have never, and I don't really care what other people think, but sometimes like, oh, are you seeing anyone? Are you talking to people? Whatever. And for the last year, that wasn't a thing, right? Like of course not.
Now people are starting to ask, like, you seeing any girls recently?
And it's like,
it's like, no.
If I want to try to talk to someone, I'm going to try to talk to someone. If I don't, I won't. And oftentimes I don't. 99% of the time I don't. But now that's like slightly irregular.
Yeah. You're right. So like as the time goes on, like we better start banging chicks, dude. Okay, Peter. No listener email this week. Guys, episode. Write in your freaking emails. TedJonesWorld@gmail.com. I want to touch on I don't know, maybe a few of these topics. We got a lot of funny topics here.
Let's get one.
But selling weed. I wanted to talk a little bit about this. One of my friends hit me up. Hasn't had a job in a number of months, and listen to the Williams episode, dude.
Okay.
Episode 75. If you guys haven't heard this episode, we interviewed a drug dealer, kept it super anonymous, and my buddy who was listening is seriously thinking about getting into weed now that it's legal. He's saying, like, if I can make like an extra $400 a week, like doing nothing, essentially just selling 20 bags to everyone that I know, is that really so bad? Like,
bless you.
Obviously, that was a cool. As long as there are like legalization rules in place, like how in trouble can you really get? I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know, but I doubt anyone's really going to get in trouble for like making small weed sales because no one's really like trying to make it. But I'm pretty sure it still wouldn't be legal for some, like I'm sure you need licenses and whatnot for it to be legal. I don't know what the penalty is, like how it would be different from selling weed prior to it being legal and selling weed without a license now. It's probably I don't know, because I told you I bought that Tesla tequila and I was trying to sling it on eBay.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even allowed to list liquor, and not because maybe someone underage would buy it, just because like I don't have a liquor license, so I can't actually sell liquor
on eBay. You can't without a
license. No, you have to
just
in general, you can't actually sell liquor like. That you need a license for that. That's why some restaurants can't even sell liquor.
Well, okay.
So like, and no one's like cracking down on that or whatever. Like if I sold you a bottle of booze, I'm not going to prison for that. But like technically it's illegal. So I wonder if it's like similar repercussions for weed right now. It's legal to consume. If someone comes over, I buy it from them. Like that's perfectly legal for me, but it's probably illegal for them. So I don't know. I do think it's probably going to be less profitable to be selling weed, though. Maybe he should get in now, get it, do it for the next year or so before like I just pop over to the shop and
real quick. Especially like you don't even have to get a real estate license. You can just slang nugget.
Yeah, and you actually like might be a person worth hanging out with as well.
Who knows if you give us free nuggets. So Peter, anything else you got on this lovely Memorial Day?
I got nothing for you.
That's it. All right. Ted Jones World with Peter Moran every Monday, Thursday, 12 a.m. Later, guys.